This is a video to go over my D2L class for the CIS 105 Fall 2020 section. This is the layout of how my class is laid out. It's very similar to what you might see for other classes, but I want to take a moment and kind of go through the important things that you need to be aware of that will help you to be successful in my class. You can see the top here, we have our content, we have our discussions, email, class list, calendar, and of course grades. You can see here in the middle, this is our news section. This is where I will give you important information throughout the semester. I will have important information in your news section. Things like my welcome, obviously, technical support, registering for SimNet, which we'll talk about SimNet in just a moment. Again, your content discussions. When this video is over, I'm going to direct you to go to the discussions. Nothing here is graded, but these are a great way for you guys to communicate with each other. One thing I would like you guys to do is when you this week, I'd like you to go ahead and go into the introduction and tell us a little bit about yourself. It's a great way for me and your other classmates to get to know a little bit about you. The discussion topics down here below are great ways for you guys to communicate with each other, logging into CMS, miscellaneous. I do look at these on occasion, but it's really a great way for you guys to help each other. Below this here, you'll see a Word, an Excel, and an Access discussions as well, and general discussions. Again, I do check these on a pretty regular basis, but what you'll discover throughout the class is if you throw a question out there, a lot of times your classmates will jump in and offer you some suggestions. It's a really great way for you guys to talk, especially now, considering this semester nobody is seeing each other face to face. Everything is remote. So that's discussions. Email is relatively self-explanatory. This is how you would communicate with me. As I mentioned in an email that I will send out to you, email is the best way to get in touch with me. I'm pretty good about responding to my emails, so this is a really good way of getting in touch. Class list is obviously your class list. The calendar is where you can find the due dates for everything. The due dates, as I mentioned here, these are your due dates. You'll notice that I have everything due pretty much on Sundays, with the exceptions of the exams. The exams are due in the middle of the week. Just due to scheduling, I do give you guys some time to get exams done in the middle of the weeks. And again, well, I should say Word also. Word, the last Word chapter is actually due technically on this Wednesday. But again, this is your calendar. Grades are obviously self-explanatory. As I mentioned, though all the work is done in SimNet, all of your grades are found here in D2L. Now I want to talk about content. Content is where you would find everything that really that you'll need for the class. The first thing obviously to point out to you is here, the getting started. Start here. Welcome to CIS 105 module. I should be including the syllabus in the email that I'll be sending out to you to welcome you to the class. It's also here. I rarely have to change my syllabus, but in case I would change it, and I would let you know, this is where you would find the new change syllabus. You can also find a link for accessing McGraw-Hill, system requirements, signing up, student guides, SimBook information, as well as instant help and help with D2L and SimNet. You can see below here there are different sections. There's the computer concepts, Windows, Word, Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, exams, and this is where you'd find everything. In each of these sections, there is technically a reading and a checklist, but really everything falls under activities. You'll notice that in each of the section activities, there are multiple assignments. One of the things that throws people off when you get down into the word sections is the word quiz. I think they think of the word quiz. When you get down into like the activity section, the quizzes are really just, exams are really just kind of your homework. We'll talk about that later on. I do have other videos that will help you with that as well. The one thing I do want to point out to you is every section has what I like to call the reading. You'll notice with this class there is no book. So what you have is you have like here, you have the Word Chapter 1 getting started. This is essentially your reading. One of the things that throws students off is they have this idea that, okay, I just went through the reading and I did it. By the way, just to point out this little view, what you're seeing right here, you guys will see a different look when you click on that. Even though I have myself set as a student, within SimNet, I'm the instructor. So when I click on it, I get the instructor view. You will see something more like this, where you'll see kind of where you can launch or start the sim book. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give you an example of what I was talking about a moment ago. When you open the sim book or the book, you will notice that there's information here, readings. So you would click here. In each section, there's obviously reading that you would go through. There's also a let me try. One of the things that throws people off is they think that just by going through the reading that you get credit. you actually don't actually get credit for it until you do the actual let me try. So here I would go to here, open Word, right there, and that's how you would actually get credit for going through this section. It's kind of you do the reading, and then you would click do the actual homework. I'm sorry, do the actual assignment. So that's how you get credit for that. Okay, that's pretty much an overview of my class. Please feel free to email me any questions that you may have. As I mentioned before, please go ahead and jump into that discussion, introduction discussion. Let us know a little bit about you. Thanks, and I will talk to you later.